Today's film club presentation is John Woo's 1992 film Hard Boiled. It's difficult to explain the dramatic effect John Woo has had on action movies, only to say that before Woo, Hollywood action movies looked like this. A guy shoots a gun, another guy in another shot fires back or falls down dead. But John Woo had a new style. The shooter and the shootee would share the frame. By taking this new approach and shooting the action more like a choreographed dance number, he revolutionised action movies. And of course, influenced by his hero Sam Peckinpah, there was copious amounts of slow motion.
When I'm making the action sequence, just like making a dancing scene, I usually use the soundtrack, the rock and roll music or the classical music to get the inspiration for the actions. So I'm, for my action sequence, so much emphasize about the rhythm of the musical, about the beauty of the body movement.
By the end of the 1980s, Woo had made a number of huge Hong Kong hits. Films like A Better Tomorrow and The Killer had lit up the box office. But they all had one thing in common. They all glorified gangsters, and John Woo felt that his next film should glorify the police instead, and so he hired Barry Wong as a screenwriter. Wong began work on the script, but took a break for a holiday. A few days later, and he was dead. The script was nowhere near complete. This didn't seem to stop John Woo. He'd already found a great location, a tea house, that was about to be torn down. So with no script to speak of and no real idea of where the story would eventually lead, Woo and stunt coordinator Philip Kwok started about blowing the crap out of it. The famous scene was shot in just 1 week, and that included the numerous times shooting had to be stopped due to triad members demanding protection money and neighbours complaining about the noise. One of the reasons Woo could work so quickly was the absence of a sound crew. By shooting the film mute, he avoided having to mic everyone up. Of course, this meant that the entire film had to be dubbed by the actors later. Meanwhile, Philip Kwok made such an impression that Woo decided to cast him in the film as Mad Dog. The script continued to go through many changes. A plot that had Tony Leung's character as an evil psychopath who poisoned baby food was found to be distasteful and dropped. Instead now, Leung was to be an heroic undercover cop, teaming up with Chow Yun-fat for the explosive finale.
Chow Yun-fat and me, we have a lot of things in common. We have the same feeling about the life. We have the same kind of feeling about the world. He's the man with a heart. He is a new kind of hero. And he also reminds me my long-time hero like Alain Delon, Clint Eastwood, John Wayne, and Cary Grant. No matter how difficult, how long it takes, or how dangerous for the action sequence, he just go for it.
And speaking of that bonkers climax, it was shot in a disused Coca-Cola factory that was dressed to look like a hospital. The shoot took so long that many members of the cast and crew ended up living there. In fact, it was the cast and crew's exhaustion that led to one of Hard Boiled's most audacious shots, a continuous 5-minute Steadicam shot that follows the characters through the action. A serious accident almost cost Tony Leung an eye filming this scene. Real glass, rather than safe breakaway glass, was being used in the sequence and a shard flew into his eye. Hard Boiled was to be John Woo's last Hong Kong film for a while before going to Hollywood, although he has recently returned for Red Cliff. In Hollywood, his style was seriously toned down for films like Hard Target, Broken Arrow and Paycheck. with only really Face-Off showing anything like the John Woo of old.
You can't give back what you've taken from me. Oh well. Plan B. Let's just kill each other.
And although there was to be no official sequel to Hard Boiled, in 2007 Midway Games released Stranglehold in collaboration with John Woo, which follows the Chow Yun-fat character Tequila as he searches for his kidnapped daughter across the globe. So sit back and enjoy Hard Boiled.